The Casio Royale 3299 seems to get a lot of love, but what about the 3198? The Casio 3198 may just be one of the most underrated watches, even though it has the same operational modules as the Casio Royale, which is one of the most popular watches. So in today's video, let's go over the similarities and differences that the 3198 has compared to the 3299. How does it compare to a smartwatch? How good is it? Then we'll review all the features and specs of the Casio 3198. But as always, you be the judge and let me know in the comment section which one would you prefer. Now, if you haven't seen the video on the 3299, I'll leave that link in the description in case you're interested in checking it out. So as mentioned, the 3299 gets so much love, but the 3198 is just as good. The main difference is the obvious design of the watch face and display. The 3299 is square, whereas the 3198 has a circular face. Some of the displays, like the maps and the digital dial, are positioned differently though. And another big difference, which may be a deal breaker for some, is that the 3299 comes with 2 lights, whereas the 3198 only comes with 1 light. And the straps have a different design, but they're practically the same length. Those are the only differences that these two watches have that I know of. If you know of any other ones, let me know in the comment section. When it comes to the internal features though, they both run under the 3198 module. That is why their function is identical. The 3198 AE-1000W comes with 5 function modes as well. You get a case, bezel, and bands, which are made from resin. This weighs around 40 grams. You get 100-meter water resistance, and you get approximately 10 years of battery life. So how does the 3198 compare to a smartwatch? Well, this watch runs for about $20 to $30 US, and some may think that it's a bargain. Some may think though that you get what you pay for, meaning that you get a cheap watch for that price. But take a look at this smartwatch next to the 3198. This is a Fossil EAC, which when it was brand new cost a lot more. The battery no longer works on it though, and now it needs to be replaced. It's not easy to replace a battery on one of these things. You may have to pay someone to get the battery replaced for you, and you're probably best off not going with a knockoff battery. So it's not easy to get it repaired and working again. At least not as easy as a Casio, where it's super simple to replace the battery. Now I bought this Fossil for $5 US because somebody decided they prefer to trash it. But yet I see people trying to sell the 3198 used for at least $5 to $10 US. So in the long run, the Casio will probably hold its value much better because it won't fail as easily as some of these smartwatches. Because you get some good quality from the Casio that lasts a long time and also doesn't become obsolete as quick as some smartwatches that run older softwares. Sure, you may not have all the bells and whistles of a smartwatch, but the Casio watch will not become obsolete anytime soon. So when you compare durability, I'll stick to a Casio over any smartwatch any given day. So how good is the 3198? Is it worth getting? Absolutely. I've had the 3198 for several years now, and it hasn't given me a single problem. The backlight works, all the function on it work great, the battery has not given out yet, it is ticking without a single problem. And the design is beautiful. The layout of the maps and the digital timer, the lettering with the different color fonts give the watch so much texture that it makes it stand out. It doesn't have a bland look at all. It is just simply beautiful to admire. As long as you keep it clean and every once in a while try to remove some of the scuffs, it will look flawless for many years to come. You will definitely enjoy it. You have 4 buttons which are referenced as buttons A, B, C, and D. And you have 5 modes: timekeeping mode, world time mode, alarm mode, countdown timer mode, and stopwatch mode. In order to jump around modes, you will use button C, which specifies mode on it. The timekeeping mode has a multi-time feature that gives you a quick and easy access to current time and date in 4 different cities. These 4 city times are numbered as T1, T2, T3, and T4. T1 would be your local time, and the other 3 times, T2 to T4, are kept in synchronization with your home city time. You can choose from the 48 different city times offered in your Casio watch. The digital dial at the top of the screen indicates your current home city time, also known as T1. You have your hour, minutes, and seconds. If you want to switch between time screens, all you have to do is press the button D. This will allow you to scroll between the 4 city times from T1 to T4. While the home time is being displayed, whenever you press button A, the day of the week, month, and day will change for a few seconds to display your home time, or T1. You can change your T1 time only. You cannot change it on T2 to T4. The only thing you can change on those is the city code and the daylight savings time setting. To change your current city time and date settings, hold down button A, which will normally show adjust on it until the seconds start to flash. Press C to move the flashing digit in sequence. When the setting you want to change is flashing, use D and B to change it. To change your current home city to any of the 3 local times in timekeeping mode, press D to display the local time which you want to make your home city time. Then press A and B at the same time. This makes the local time you selected in step 1 your new home city time. You can tell because it displays T1 on it. If you're traveling, let's say from Chicago to Los Angeles for business, you can have your Los Angeles time zone as your T2, which you can switch to whenever you visit LA. So the ability to have 4 different times saved to your watch is a great feature to have, especially if you're a traveler. DST, or daylight savings time, advances the time by 1 hour from your standard time. So whenever daylight savings ends, you can switch it off your watch and it'll go back 1 hour. To toggle between daylight savings time and standard time, you hold down A until the seconds start to flash. You then press C to display the DST setting. Press D to toggle between DST. You'll see the option of on or off. You then press A to exit the screen once you switched it either on or off. The DST indicator appears on the timekeeping screen if you turned it on. Now this is a great feature to use, especially if you're going to be traveling international, where some countries may not use the DST but others do. Now you also have the option to set this as a 12 or 24-hour format. With the 12-hour format, you'll have the PM indicator on the left side of the screen. With the 24-hour format, the time is displayed on the range of 00 to 23:59 hours without any PM indicator. You can set up the format by holding down A. Once the second starts to flash, you press C to toggle until you come across the 12H indicator. You can then use button D to switch from 12H to 24H. Once you're finished, you press A to exit the setting. Now, if you're looking to change the city setting of a local time, in the timekeeping mode, you will first display the local time whose city settings you want to change. Hold down A until the city code starts to flash. You then use D and B to select the city code you want. Press C again to display the DST setting and use D to turn it on or off. You then press A to exit the settings screen. The Casio also comes with illumination that lasts between 1.5 to 3 seconds by pressing down on B to turn on the LED. In order to change the illumination time from 1.5 to 3 seconds, in the timekeeping mode, hold down A until the seconds start to flash. You will then press C to toggle to the screen that displays LT. It will either say 1 or 3. You will then use the D to switch from one to the other. 1 or 3 is the number of seconds the illumination will stay on. You will then press A to exit the settings screen. Now let's look at the next mode, which is world time. In the world time mode, this will show you the current time in 48 cities around the world. To view the time for another city code, in the world time mode, press D to scroll eastwardly through the codes. To change a city code between standard time and daylight savings time, in the world time mode, use D to display the city code you want to change. Hold down A for about 1 second to toggle between DST and standard time. The DST indicator will be turned on whenever you display a city code for which daylight savings time is turned on. Now let's look at the alarm mode. You get 5 alarms in total, each of which you can configure to either be a daily alarm or a one-time alarm. The daily alarm sounds at the preset time each day. The one-time alarm sounds once at the preset time and then is disabled. You can also set the hourly time signal that causes that the watch beep twice every hour on the hour. To set an alarm in the alarm mode, use D to scroll through the alarm screens until the alarm number you want to set is displayed. After you select an alarm, hold down A until the hour setting of the alarm time starts to flash, which indicates the settings screen. This automatically sets the one-time alarm. Press C to move the flashing around to the hour, minutes, and the daily or one-time alarm selection. Use D and B to change the flashing mode. The alarm tone sounds at the preset time for 10 seconds. To test the alarm in the alarm mode, hold down D to sound the alarm. alarm. To turn on or off the alarm, in the alarm mode, use D to select an alarm, press A to cycle through the alarm settings from on to off. The alarm on indicator is shown on the screen for the alarm that is currently turned on. To turn the hourly time signal on and off, in the alarm mode, use D to select the hourly time signal. Then press A to toggle it either on or off. The hourly time signal on the indicator is shown on the display all modes while the function is turned on. Now let's look at the countdown timer. Now the countdown timer can be set with a range of 1 second to 24 hours. An alarm sounds when the countdown timer reaches 0. To configure the countdown timer, while the countdown timer is on display, hold down A until the current countdown start time starts to flash. Press C to move the flashing in the sequence of hour to minutes to seconds. When the setting you want to change is flashing, use D and B to change the flashing item. Press A to exit the settings screen. To use the countdown timer, press D in the countdown time mode to start a timer. When the end of a countdown is reached, the alarm sounds for 10 seconds or until you stop it by pressing any button. The countdown time is reset to its starting value automatically when the alarm sounds. Press D while a countdown operation is in progress to pause it. Press D again to resume. To stop a countdown operation completely, you press D to pause it, then press A, and this will reset the countdown. And finally, we have the stopwatch mode. The stopwatch mode lets you measure elapsed time, split time, and 2 finishes. The display range of the stopwatch is 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59.99 seconds. The stopwatch continues to run, restarting from 0 after it reaches its limit, or until you stop it. The stopwatch measurement operation continues even if you exit the stopwatch mode, so that's something to consider. To measure the times with the stopwatch, under elapsed time, you press D to start, D to stop, D to restart, D to stop, A to clear. Under split time, you press D to start, A to split release, D to stop, and A to clear. And for the 2 finishes, you press D to start, A to split, D to stop, A to split release, then A to clear. So in conclusion, the 3198 is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated Casio watches. It is a budget digital watch that looks amazing. It's comfortable to wear, not heavy or bulky at all, and goes toe to toe with the 3299 Casio Royale. So if you're looking for something different to the Casio Royale with similar functions, then the 3198 may be a good fit for you. In case you're interested in this watch, I'll leave a link in the description below. That is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. Thank you for your time and have yourself a great day.